Hi, I'm Phyllis and my website is southernfrugal.com. Today we're going to make a recipe that was sent in by Shelley McCrory Martines, and this is something that you can serve at Thanksgiving, which I think would be really good. But let me read you what she wrote. She said, "Hi Phyllis, here's a recipe that is a little different for people who don't like cranberry sauce during the holidays. This is my mama's recipe and it's absolutely delicious. We make it every year and it goes quickly." So it's called Coke salad. Now I have halved that recipe, and of course you could probably double it easily. Hers calls for 2 3-ounce packs of Raspberry Jello, or 1 6-ounce box, 1 16 ounces of applesauce, and 1 12-ounce regular Coca-Cola. So I've just halved that recipe because of course it's just me and Mr. Bucky today. So we're ready to get started. So what you do is bring the Coca-Cola to a simmering boil. Whoop. And I would use regular Coke for this too, by the way. I can get the lid off of this. There we go. So what I'm doing is halving the recipe. So I'm going to use 6 ounces of Coca-Cola, and that would be 3/4 of a cup. Right there's 3/4 of a cup. Yeah. All right. So we're going to dump that in the pot. And I'm going to turn the burner on and bring it up to just a simmering boil. So that would just be barely boiling. And we're going to add to that, once it comes up to a simmering boil, 1 3-ounce pack of Raspberry Jello. Yeah, this sounded really different to me. That's why I decided I'd give it a try. So we're going to wait till that comes up to a little bit of a boil. Yeah, I thought this was very different. So anyway, we're going to get this done, and I'm going to actually put it in the freezer and get it to set really fast, and so that we can have it with the rest of our meal. Well, this is all bubbling from the carbonated water, so I'm not sure when you tell when it's boiling. Let's see. There it is. Because it's bubbling so much, it looks like it's boiling, but it's not. So we'll just wait. Yeah, so we're going to add then to this 8 ounces of applesauce. And again, I'm halving her recipe, so we're going to dump that in the cup. So that'd be 1 cup. I'm just using regular applesauce that I purchased. Still not really boiling, so we will just wait for that. Now we're going to also fix some of these pumpkins. We're actually going to fix 2 of them here, and those were sent in by Yuonne from North Carolina, and she said that these were the last they had. So we tried one of them this morning to see how long it would cook in the microwave, and it cooked great in 6 minutes. So that's what we're going to do with these, and we'll show you what we're going to put in them. All right, I think we might be boiling now. I can't tell. I've never put carbonated, any kind of carbonated drink with Jello, so I'm really anxious to try this. Still not boiling. All right, now it is. All right, so I'm going to cut that burner off. And we're going to go ahead and dump in the 3-ounce pack of Raspberry Jello. I'm going to take that off the burner because it was boiling. So we're just going to keep stirring this until all the sugar and the gelatin little crystal things are dissolved. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this in the freezer once we get the applesauce mixed in, and hopefully it'll set by the time we're ready to eat our little pumpkins. All right, I believe that's already dissolved. Very good. All right, so we're going to go ahead, let me move it over here, let y'all be able to see. Right there. Yeah, it's definitely already dissolved. So we're going to add 1 cup of applesauce to this. And again, I'm going to put her comment and recipe down below in the comments section. And hers, of course, is called a Coke salad. And it makes a lot larger amount than this. All right, so now, well, that smells really good. Of course, I love raspberry. Anyway, we're just going to dump this into my little Pyrex dish. It even looks like cranberry sauce. It really does. All right, so this is going to go in the freezer. And we'll be right back, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those 2 little pumpkins sitting right there. We'll be right back. All right, we are ready to work on our little pumpkins now, and I'm quite excited about this. Now, she sent, I think there were 6 pumpkins in a box, and she said they were the last that they had, so she went ahead and bought them. And notice that we've got one that is really funny looking, yeah. But these kind, of course, she said taste the same as regular pumpkins. But I also want to mention that those little itty bitty ones you see in the grocery store that look like they're just for decoration, they're different colors, they look really pretty. And you could use those in the same way that I'm going to use these, yeah. And I can just picture it with the big turkey there and the little half, they really call those little ones, I think, squash, and have those filled and around the turkey would look gorgeous on the Thanksgiving table. So what we're going to do is, I've got half a pack of the chicken dressing left. I had it up my cabinet. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to stuff these little pumpkins. Right. So we're going to use 3/4 cup of water. Bring that to a boil. We're just following the directions on the box. And I'm just, of course, using half of a box of stuffing mix. Right there. And just, we need to let that come to a boil. And once it does, we'll go ahead and put our stuffing mix in, and again, this is just half a pack. There go my dogs. All right, let's talk about the pumpkin a minute. So these are the very little ones, and I went ahead and cooked one in the microwave, and it cooked in 6 minutes, which really surprised me because it takes a whole lot longer than that in the oven. And it cooked perfectly, and I just put some salt on it and some butter, and Mr. Buck and I split it, kind of like a mid-morning snack. So anyway, I cut the lids off a little bit different because I'm going to serve these without the lid, but I'm going to cook the lid because there's some good pumpkin right in there. There's what it looks like. And this one is a little bit larger, like that. So the way I cleaned them out, I could not use the little top of the lid to clean these out, so I used, this is a grapefruit spoon, so it's serrated at the top, and these had like 4 sections in them. It was really easy, so I just took the spoon and went down on the 4 sections and scraped the bottom a little bit, and they were pretty easy to clean out. And again, I am going to cook the tops too because there's right much meat in the top, but I'm not going to serve them with the top on. All right, we're going to go ahead and put these in the microwave now, but I'm going to go ahead and fix my dressing, let that come to a boil. So hold on, let me get these in the microwave. All Alright, we're back and I've got them in the microwave. I went ahead and put the time for 8 minutes on high. So we're going to go ahead and cut that burner off and dump our stuffing mix in. Take it off the burner. And we're just going to put a lid on it and let it sit. Stir it up just a little bit to get everything wet. And again, this is just that stovetop dressing. So we're going to put this on the back burner and wait till everything, the pumpkins are done. Let me turn this back up. Alright, so what do y'all think of the idea of using those little nubby little squash to stuff with dressing and put around the turkey? I think it would look gorgeous. And plus they're very edible, so I've never cooked one of those, but I talked to the produce manager in Bilo, and he said they were just like any other winter squash. You cook them the same way, everything. So anyway, I did not get any of those because I already had these that Yuonne had sent me, so it would have been kind of a waste. But anyway, I can see that would look gorgeous for Thanksgiving. All right, y'all, we're going to wait for the pumpkins to get tender, and then we're going to bring them out and we're going to stuff them with this stuffing. All right, we'll be back. Let's see, probably about 7 minutes now. We'll be back. All right, we are back, and the little pumpkins cooked, 2 of them, and the lids that went on them cooked in 8 minutes on high in the microwave, which is my preferred way of cooking them now. All right, so we're going to stuff these now with the dressing that I just made, that little stovetop dressing. They're still hot. I tried to let them cool a little bit. But the first thing we're going to do, I went ahead and scored these little tops, and I'm going to scrape that pumpkin out and put it in the dressing. And by the way, when they're in the microwave, after I check them after about 6 minutes, and if the little knife goes in them, you know they're done. Of course, if you were fixing a whole bunch, you'd need to do it in the oven, and I would say it would be about 350 degrees for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour probably. All right, we're going to scrape this out and put it in the pot with the dressing. Let me turn that up. Just scrape it out, and I just went ahead and scored them. And by the way, you do not need any extra salt at all because this type dressing is very salty. So I want to talk to y'all again about those little nubby squash, I call them. You can find those in the grocery store, and people use them as decoration. But you can eat them too. And I've never had any of those, but I would imagine they're very much like acorn squash. All right. Let me get a spoon and go ahead and stuff these. Mash that down in there. Of course, the pumpkins are going to be very moist. Going to fill it all the way up. And again, we've got the little bits from the lid of the pumpkin in here too. Let me turn that down so y'all can see. Get up closer. There we go. Alright, I think this is enough to stuff the 2 pumpkins this size. So we got them stuffed now, and I'm going to go ahead and put some butter on top of these. in there like that. All right, so we're going to put these in the oven at about 300 degrees because they're already cooked, and I want to keep them good and hot. So I'm going to put them in the oven at 300 degrees for about 30 minutes, and we're waiting for our Coke salad to gel. It's already gelled about halfway, so in about 30 minutes it should be completely ready. Let me back up now. So we're going to have this with some of the leftovers. This will be our main meal of the day, and that meal is going to be, it's really the lean hamburger, and we just call them hamburger steaks, with some onion gravy and some beans I had left over from a couple of days ago. So we're going to come back in about 30 minutes and we'll let y'all see what it looks like on the plate. All right, we'll be back. All right, here's what the pumpkins look like, all stuffed, and I did put the butter on top of them. And I cannot wait to try these. Let me get this on the plate and get the tea all ready, and we'll be back. All right, here's the meal. There's the hamburger steak with smothered with onions and a little gravy. And we have got baby green limas. And there's that Coke salad. And y'all, I'm gonna have to tell you, it's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And of course, Mr. Bucky's got him some pink lemonade, and I've got iced tea. There's my plate. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all back on the tripod, and we're gonna give this a taste, so hold on a minute. All right, we're gonna give this a taste. I'm gonna taste of the pumpkin and the dressing first. Give me a little bit of the pumpkin on there. Here goes. That pumpkin is just super good. Get some more of that. That is just super delicious. And let me say, don't add any more salt to the pumpkin. Don't add any extra salt. If you use the stovetop dressing, this would be great. You could get the kind that's pork and have fried pork chops. Wouldn't that be delicious? All right, now we're going to try this Coke salad. Now the texture of it reminds me of cranberry sauce. It even looks the same color. So let me try this. And I've already tasted of it. If you love raspberry, you're going to super love this. It is just delicious and goes super well with the stuffed pumpkin stuffed with the, this is actually chicken stuffing. So I want to talk again about these weird looking pumpkins and the weird looking squash. If we were having Thanksgiving dinner here, which we're not, but if we were, I would definitely use some of those little squash that got all the little knobs on them, and they're all different colors. You could make them just like this and stuff them with the stuffing and cut them in half, cook them in the microwave or the oven, and mound them up with the dressing. Wouldn't that would be gorgeous. Surrounding the turkey on the table would be beautiful. All right, y'all, we gotta go eat. The pumpkin is delicious, and the Coke salad, the raspberry is just fantastic. It really is. And thanks again to Yuonne from North Carolina for sending these gorgeous little pumpkins. We'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.